This should be one of the exciting and interesting lecture for you because uh, through this lecture you can understand the real excitement of nanotechnology in agriculture. So nano-based smart pesticide formulation. You know, pesticides are very important tools for augmenting or increasing the productivity in agriculture. Pesticide, like there are various types of pesticides, insecticides, fungicides, nematicides, or others. And they are basically synthetic chemicals, and they are hazardous to the environment, although their efficacy are very good. Nowadays, there is a big concern about the use of synthetic pesticide because the residue of the pesticide in the consumable agricultural product or agricultural produce, as well as in the environment, is considered as hazardous for human health and environment. This is why uh, researchers are trying to find any uh, biorational or smart alternative. Another point is that synthetic pesticides are very expensive, uh, and it increases the production cost of in agriculture. Pesticide has some other limitation. One of the other limitations is that the pesticide that we use in the crop field to kill the pest or to control the pest, 99.9% are absorbed by the environment. Our target organism, that means pest, receives only 1%. That means the efficiency of using synthetic pesticide in agriculture is very low. This is why it is an urgent need to increase the efficiency of the new and alternate product, or new product that can control the pest very specifically, not polluting the environment. Nano-based smart pesticide formulations are considered one of the alternative, and it is now an exciting area for research. So today I shall discuss more details about it, and I think you would be excited. Scientific issues and strategies regarding the development of nano-based pesticide formulations include construction of water-based dispersion pesticide nano formulation, mechanism on leaf-targeted deposition and dose transfer of pesticide nano delivery system, mechanism on increased bioavailability of nano-based pesticide formulation, and the last one important issue is impacts of nano formulation on natural degradation and biosafety of pesticide residue. So these are the important issues and strategies regarding the development of nano-based pesticide. Here you can see the real scenario of uh, the pesticide we are using now. As I already mentioned, the inefficient use of pesticides caused a series of environmental problems. And in a case of Green Revolution helped us to feed billions of people, but due to the use of huge synthetic chemicals, especially the pesticide, we you know, damaged or degraded the environment, the health of soil, our aquatic system. Our Bangladesh was full of rivers. We have huge hundreds of rivers, and rivers were once upon a time rich in fishes, but due to pesticide use in the crop field, indiscriminate use of pesticide, and they ultimately their residue moved to the water bodies and polluted the water bodies. As a result, fish production spawning dramatically decreased. Not only fish, other beneficial vertebrates and invertebrates, even microorganisms are seriously reduced. This is why environmental degradation is now a big issue to ensure the sustainable productivity in agriculture. Here you can see the limitation of pesticide: poor bioavailability. Most of the pesticide are poorly bioavailable. Pesticide, when we spray, a large proportion evaporate to the evaporate and mix to the air and causes air pollution. And large proportion they are absorbed by the non-targeted organisms. So I told you the efficiency of currently used pesticide by using spraying uh, very low, incredibly low. Nearly 99% are absorbed by the environment, and they are the big threat to the environment, big concern for the consumer, big concern for the sustainability. Environmental pollution, as I mentioned, atmosphere, crops also polluted because the pesticide residue in the crops slowly poison the human and other consumers like animals, crop products. Soil obviously poisoned by the pesticide, and water bodies poisoned by the pesticide. So environmental pollution is really a big concern, and it is a big threat for future sustainability of the use of natural resources for agricultural productivity. Food residue, I told you, agricultural products, if you people use the uh, insecticides and fungicides uh, before harvest of the crop, they remain in the uh, produce, fruits, vegetables, and grains, and ultimately they come to our food chain and cause serious problem and serious hazardous problem. And it has been believed that many of the human diseases, especially non-communicable diseases like cancer and others, are due to the high contamination of our agricultural products by the hazardous chemicals, especially pesticides. And animal products also, animals, as they are taking the plants, they are also contaminated by the pesticide. And in animal production, different synthetic pesticides also we use for curing them from the diseases. Similarly, in the aquatic products, so in aquaculture or in livestock and poultry, we use synthetic chemicals, antibiotics, and also the use of pesticide in the crop field. They are also somehow moves to the food chain of the animals as well as the fish. Fish feed also contaminated with the pesticide, because ingredients of the fish feed as well as animal feed are the plant products. So high risk, health risk is of the human is the big concern. So we have to find some alternative, and scientists all over the world are trying to find alternative ways which are safe and do not harm as the synthetic pesticides are doing. So here you can see low efficiency of conventional pesticide formulation. This is very interesting. Uh, you see, uh, I mentioned 99%. Actually, 99.9% are uptaken by the environment. You see, when you apply a pesticide by spraying to kill the grasshopper, they hide on the a leaf or plant, and only 0.1% or less are, targeted the grasshopper, the pest of plant. But others, 5% around leaching, 15% dust drift during, spray, and rolling down 30% because they are rolling down from the leaf or the plant stem, and spray, drift, uh, uh, 50%. So in total, 100%. So you can understand how big a percentage of the pesticides are the wastage, and efficiency is very low. Here you can see if we go for nano-based formulation, it can bring beneficial improvements in pesticide properties. Now, nanotechnology, you already understood what is the nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is the technology which is based on the uh, particles of the molecules within the size dimension of 1 to
1
100,
to 100 nanometer.
like that. Yes. And nanotechnology is an emerging area uh, which has high potential to application in the agriculture as well as biological science. So nano-based formulation, they are small in size, nano size. Nobody can see by using even normal microscope. Big surface area. Any, particle, if it is smaller than surface area increase. So nano based formulation, they contain nanoparticles. This is why big surface area and target modified due to big surface area and size dimension, and the physical properties of are hugely being changed, and this is why target is modified. And then we can use a nano particle water-based formulation, dispersion improvement. So when you apply, then the dispersion, that means spread on the surface of the plant, can be improved. So they can, as they are particle size very small, they can spread and stick on the surface. Inclusion stability improvement. Yes, you can improve the stability of the inactive ingredient, because nano encasing on encapsulation help the stability of the active ingredient. So the active ingredient would be more efficient. And targeted delivery, efficacy improvement. So delivery can be specific targeted. I will show you later on more details. Controlled release, duration improvement, that means slowly release. Catalytic degradation, residue decrease, that means catalytically, if they degrade, then obviously residue in the environment significantly decrease. So as a result, what we can find the benefit: efficacy can be increased, safety can be increased, and economically profitable. If all these properties we can increase by using nano-based formulation. This is please carefully look at this thing, because these images, very simple images, can tell you how the story I told you before can be can be happen. Nano-sized pesticide. The yellow dots are nano-sized pesticide particles. Pesticide, for example, strobilurin. Strobilurin is a chemical compound, very powerful fungicide. So that molecule, if you make nanoparticle by aggregation or by bottom up approach, this type of particle, then it is nano-sized pesticide. What you can do, pesticide loaded nano carrier system. Here you can see very nicely uh, uh, the outside pink color means nano carrier system, inside yellow is the pesticide. So if it is a polymeric substances, for example biodegradable polymer, so pesticide cannot evaporate and cannot be lost, so they are encapsulated and as a result slowly being released. And here you can see encapsulation, that means these are yellow dots are nano pesticide, real active ingredient, and the pink shield the encapsulation by the some polymeric substances that can biodegradable and slowly release. And you can do other thing, the polymeric substances you can put center, and the nanoparticles uh, strongly attached to the this nano-sized particle. As a result, pesticide molecules adhere to this, nano shaped particle or polymer, or absorption. And this thing we can by changing the properties, attractant or attachment capacity, we ionic changes we can make it. Similarly, absorption, you see adsorbed nano particles are adsorbed around the uh, formulation formulated polymeric substances. Entrapment, you see some polymeric substances can entrap the active ingredient. So these are the formulations, nano formulation, which we are showing schematic in a schematic diagram that can increase significantly the pesticide use efficiency. Let me show you more details. Size down of pesticides increase bioavailability and efficiency. Bioavailability means available to the target insecticide, the amount of the pesticide. Here you see, if particle size is 2 micromolar, that means no, micro particle, you see it cannot disperse big size on the surface just like a drop. But if it is 1 micromolar, you see same amount can be several droplets. But if 500 nanomolar, you see how nicely distributed on the surface. So if there is a fungus or insect there, no way to escape. So bioavailability is increased. Here you can see if 2 micrometer and if 1 micrometer, you can increase the size of the droplet and efficiency of the efficiency of the pesticide. Here you see all are 100 nanometer, so fully covered the surface of the insect. But here some part of the insect is free from the pesticide. So droplets is like this, bigger droplet and smaller droplet. Nano droplets are widely distributed and cover the surface area very nicely. What you can do, nano modification you can make. For example, yellow center is the nanoparticle, but you see black leg-like structure. You can add in the formulation some polymeric substances which can hook the surface of the leaf or object or insect. Then they cannot glide and stick on the surface. As a result, bioavailability and efficiency dramatically being increased. Let me show you some more, critical factors. Four critical factors regarding the development of nano-based pesticide formulation. One is water dispersity, adhesion, spread, leaf affinity. You can add the properties so that strong affinity to attach to the leaf and deposit on the leaf surface. So chances of runoff, bigger molecule is high, but smaller, nano-sized droplet, very low. Release to the insect is increased, and they remain on the target object. As a result, bioavailability increase, and if polymeric substances are there, catalytic substances, then you can promote biodegradation after the efficacy of the pesticides. So these are the droplet. I told you pesticide, insect, and leaf surface. So this is a very nice diagram that showed four critical factors regarding the development of nano-based pesticide formulation. Number one factor is water dispersity. Second one, leaf affinity. Third one, bioavailability. And fourth one, residue degradation. So residue degradation we can design in a way so that catalytic activity can degrade the remaining chemical substances to make it non-toxic to the environment. So these are the important critical factors associated with the higher efficiency of the nanopesticide. Let me show you some more information. Dispersion process, pesticide loaded nano carrier system. For example, this is pesticide molecule. This is surfactant. So when you make a formulation, you do not use only the pesticide molecule, the toxic substances. You use the surfactant, you use the carrier substances, and then make the formulation. Finally, you can get this type of formulation. Even in the normal pesticide, during making the commercial product, lots of other adjuvants and surfactants are being added. So nano-sized pesticide, here you can see amplified material, they are like this. You can make capsule, encapsulated emulsion. That means you see inside their emulsion means they are a bit repelling to the water, and spare micelle or suspension. So in all cases, as I mentioned, efficiency, bioavailability, biodegradation, all the critical things, and dispersibility can be increased. As a result, you can have higher efficiency in the nano-based pesticide. Okay, for example, leaf surface usually hydrophobic because contains waxy layer, most of the leaves. Conventional pesticide, if you drop, they are glide and go to the environment. But if you use nano formulation, they can stick on the surface because you can add the attaching materials, and the particle remain on the surface. You see, like this is scanning electron micrograph, how small nano based formulation are attaching on the surface, so they have no chance to get lost. So nano based formulation, if you check, you can see design and modification. How can we do it? Affinity group, you can add affinity group, and you can add nano carrier outside, and this is the water. So nano materials, that is pesticide inside, remain effective, and the mechanism you can now understood how they are more efficient in the practical field. Let me show you some more detail about the bioavailability of pesticide nano delivery system. For example, there are several mode of action of a pesticide. For example, stomach poison, or some are inhalation, inhaled by the insect, oral and inhalation. Uh, in that case, if droplet is small, then in both cases, uptaken by the insect at higher amount. In case of contact, for example, antenna, if it is targeted antenna or body or leg or wing or spiracle, in case of fumigants. So the entry through different, specific target points of the insect. So efficiency, alimentary canal, integument, blood tissue, nervous system, trachea, all that cases, very efficiently affect the physiology and of the insect and kill it. So bioavailability of the nano pesticide and nano delivery system is higher. Let me show you the catalytic degradation and biosafety of the nanopesticide. For example, nano carrier. If we use this carrier, after certain period, the catalytic reaction taken place, the polymeric substances around the pesticide molecule, they degrade. And then pesticide release and carrier products are separated. And then the residue due to the reaction, you see catalytic reaction. If, for example, titanium dioxide, if you nanoparticle, if you use titanium dioxide, can react with the oxygen in the atmosphere in presence of light and can produce, hydroxyl group, which can react with the pesticide and convert the pesticide into water, carbon dioxide, etc., non-toxic substances. So you can use some catalytic substances in the nano carrier so that pesticide degradation after the efficacy can be happened. As a result, biosafety is ensured and a very low residual effect in the environment. As a result, birds, vertebrates like fishes, they will be less affected by the pesticide toxicity, and biosafety in the plant also be ensured, because same reaction will be happen inside the plant. As a result, plant material, the product, for example, vegetables, fruits, or grains that we eat, our food materials will be safer for eating, less toxic, and this is why nano pesticides are considered the emerging future pesticide in green agriculture. So this is the last slide for today. Desired properties and research objectives of nano-based pesticide. Here you can see the scientists are doing research for getting some desirable properties in the conventional pesticide. For example, targeted delivery, controlled release, water dispersion, chemical stability, bioavailability, lasting validity period, lower toxicity, and environmental friendliness. These are the main target to incorporate in the new materials nano pesticide, so that we can achieve nanotechnologies, for example, increasing targeted delivery efficacy of pesticide into action targets such as plants, insects, and pathogens. Controlling release of pesticide at least effective concentration for killing pest and pathogen, if controlled release. Increasing solubility and dispersion for fat-soluble chemicals in aqueous solution. Chemical stability, improving chemical stability of light sensitivity compounds by restricting photodegradation. Bioavailability, increasing bioavailability for saving pesticide. If bioavailability is increased, then you can use very small amount of pesticide for a larger area, because droplet size are nano size. So pesticide, a large amount of pesticide can be saved. Lasting validity, reducing pesticide application and treatment frequency by extended lasting validity period. If you use the slow released technology, then a longer time, the efficacy slowly release and protect the plants from the pest, lower toxicity, protecting biodiversity in the ecosystem, because pesticide use, indiscriminate use of pesticide, which is now reality in modern agriculture, not only increasing the production cost, but also a big threat to the biodiversity in the ecosystem. All other non-targeted organisms, they are affected, even many of them are killed. Environmental friendliness, reducing food residue and non-point source pollution due to the minimum pesticide loss. So these are the important point that I would like to share with you from today's lecture, and let us discuss a little bit more. And you can ask any question, because pesticides are really a big industry, and we have no way to use the pesticide to control the plants from the pest attack. But pesticides not only expensive, but also a big concern to human health and the environment, obviously a big threat to the biodiversity. And nanotechnology, through series of research, hundreds of literatures are available now, that have been proved that nanotechnology could be an alternative new technology to mitigate the existing problems associated with the synthetic pesticides that we are using in modern agriculture. So, Ruhul Amin Rana, now you can ask.
Yes, sir. Sir, there's plenty of room at the bottom.
Pardon?
What? There's plenty of room at the bottom. What is the meaning of the sentence?
Which sentence?
There is plenty of room at the bottom.
Plenty of room at the
Bottom.
at the
Bottom. 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 Bottom.
there is plenty of room
At the bottom.
at the bottom,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Feynman, the biggest scientist in the world, the Feynman, he proposed that there is plenty of room at the bottom. That means if you make something very small, nano size, from top to bottom, making the particle nano size, he observed that the properties of the molecules or the materials dramatically being changed, and he is considered the father of nanotechnology. So making something at nano size, any molecules or any atoms or any big substances, uh, he observed that the physical chemical properties of the molecule dramatically being changed, and those properties he realized that could be utilized for the benefit of human being. For example, in the electronics, and now we are considering and people are doing lots of research to use these bottom means smaller nano-sized particle for the benefit of human. That means plenty of opportunities, incredible opportunities, huge property being changed. So huge impact can be generated to the society.
Yes, sir.
Any
Thank you,
more
sir.
question?
No, sir.
What do you think in horticulture where we can apply nanotechnology? Can you mention some important area which is now problematic in conventional agriculture, that problem could be solved by using nanomaterials? Do you have any thought?
Like even nanopesticide. Nanopesticide, when we use normal pesticide, then it wash out by rainwater.
Exactly.
Rainwater. Yes. But
So
we
chances
use
of reducing the washout or gliding of the pesticide to the environment, we can reduce by using nanopesticides. So in
nanopesticide.
horticulture, you think nanopesticide could be one of the important future tool to reduce the toxic, residue of toxic chemicals in the produce, because most of the horticultural products like fruits, some of the vegetables we use as salad and directly we eat without cooking. As a result, it is a high chance of getting the residue in our pesticide residue toxicity in our body. So you think nanopesticide can mitigate this problem? Any other?
Nano fertilizer also. Nano fertilizer.
Nano fertilizers, yes, nano fertilizer, how they can give us benefit?
We use like urea fertilizer. It's volatilized, leaching, and evaporate and evaporate. For this reason, we cannot. For this reason, we cannot find the benefit the use of fertilizer.
Yeah, it's a good point. Urea fertilizer, the number one, essential nutrient element, nitrogen, we are feeding by using the urea fertilizer, synthetic, urea fertilizer. And it is a volatile compound, as well as it is highly water soluble. So a large proportion that we apply lost through you know volatilization by nitrogen gas, and other part, a large proportion is lost through leaching or run away or wash out. So by using nano urea, encasing or encapsulation and other ways, slow releasing urea, then we can increase the efficiency of the fertilizer and can reduce the environmental pollution, air pollution, or the soil pollution, water pollution by the urea fertilizer. So this is another good point. So one is pesticide, another is fertilizer. Do you think any other area where in horticulture we can use nanotechnology?
Yes, sir. যেমন স্যার ডিজিজ, মানে আমরা কিভাবে রোগ নির্ণয় করতে পারি, এটার কি কোনো স্কোপ আছে? হ্যাভ এনি স্কোপ?
Where?
স্যার রোগ নির্ণয়,
Disease
রোগ,
detection. Yes, disease
yes.
diagnosis by using nanoparticles. We can precisely diagnose the disease pathogen. Either it is bacterial or fungal pathogen. Yes, and nanotechnology is now emerging technology for disease diagnosis. Very good. Pesticide, fertilizer, disease diagnosis. Can you tell me more?
Have any scope to seeds to preserve seed.
Preserve seed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, seed preservation can be increased. But one of the biggest problem you didn't mention, that is the post-harvest losses. Post-harvest losses in horticultural products are huge. So in that case, nano film by using wax or some other polymeric substances which is not hazardous for human health or animal health, you can make a nano film on the surface of fruits and vegetables and reduce the water loss and also reduce the uh, fast ripening process, that is physiological process. Some nano packaging you can use that can absorb the ethylene gas released from the climatic fruits, which very quickly ripen and then start to rot. So if ethylene gas is absorbed by the nano catalytic substances, then autocatalytic properties of ethylene gas will be reduced, and then you can increase the shelf life of fruits and vegetables. So I think this is one of the most important. Another important thing you can do in case of processing. Fruits and vegetables processing and different processing industry. To increase the shelf life, you can use the antimicrobial nanoparticles for enhancing the or protecting the processed food for longer time, and packaging safe nanomaterials. If antimicrobial nanomaterials, if you use in the package, that would be very good for the food industry. So you can offer the safe food without spoilage by the fungus and bacteria, and that would be fantastic. So in the restaurant or food industry, when they make any a packet inside, if they add nano materials which are highly antimicrobial, nanofilm in the packet, so inside the material, food items will remain free from the microbial contamination. So that would be very good. And in horticulture, through using nano technology, we can add new value to the product, and we can dramatically reduce the loss of or wastage of valuable food products after harvesting. So after harvesting, post-harvest loss worldwide in agriculture is a big problem. So if we use nano materials, specific one which is environmentally safe for the health, but they are antimicrobial as well as uh, make a film on the surface of the vegetables and fruits to reduce the desiccation, that is water loss. That would be very nice. And nanomaterials can be also used to store seed you mentioned from the attack of insects and other fungus, and even loss of the moisture or absorption of the moisture to increase the shelf life of the seeds. And these are the areas where nanomaterials can make a big impact in our agriculture. Do you have any other question, Rana?
Soil testing before planting
Hmm?
planting seeds, or before planting seeds uh, or crop or seedling, have any scope to testing soil?
Yeah, soil testing, yes, whether heavy metal is presented, toxicity is presented or not. Nano biosensor, good point. Nano biosensor we can use to monitor the soil moisture content as well as content of the, pollutants and nutrient content. So biosensor is another important technology, nanotechnology, which we can use in agriculture to make precision agriculture precisely without any loss and without, uh, you know, high efficiency of the using the agricultural resources. For example, if you understand exactly how much water and when the water is required by your plant by using nano sensor, then you can apply the water in right time and adequate amount, and you can reduce the loss of uh, uh, money for the irrigation. So you can make irrigation more efficient. You can monitor the presence of the insect pest by using nano biosensor, whether one plant is affected by a certain insect or pest or not. So it nano biosensor can be connected to your laptop, and you can get the information. And depending on the nano biosensor, then you can take the measure. Even nano biosensor can give the prediction of the weather condition. So high humidity or high temperature, so you can take a measure to protect your crop. Any other? Rana, do you think it is interesting course?
Yes, sir.
Yes, try to enjoy this course because this is new. Something new at your age should be exciting and should not be boring. So try to enjoy the course, and please browse in the internet, Google, as well as Google Scholar to find new literature, because nanotechnology is progressing very fast, which is true for today. Tomorrow, maybe a new one will come. So it is a fast moving subject, and we hope that in future nanotechnology would be a practical or reality in agriculture. In our agricultural policy of agriculture in Bangladesh, agriculture policy 2018, which included nanotechnology as a tool for sustainable agriculture and to make the profitable agriculture. We are facing now serious problem of using huge inputs, synthetic inputs, like high amount of water, high amount of pesticides, fertilizer in agriculture. As a result, production cost is increased dramatically. So to reduce the production cost and make agriculture profitable and keep our environment free from the hazardous substances are the key factors for making agriculture profitable and sustainable. And nanotechnology could be one of the technology that can help us to achieve this big target. So any question, Rana?
No, sir.
If no question, then I shall end today's lecture with give you a big thank you for reading the slides beforehand, and also reading my article published in the newspaper. And please read those materials repeatedly, because it is a new technology. So the more you read, the more you learn. And today I recorded this lecture, so I shall upload it in the YouTube, my YouTube channel, and give you the link, so you can repeat my lecture as much as you like, and you can how to say, you can learn more and more deeply. You can rewind the recorded lecture, and I hope it would be very helpful. So in COVID-19 pandemic situation, you are living staying in your house, and I am in my house, but the digital technology offers us uh, even more opportunity, because recorded lecture you can repeat as many times as you like. But if I deliver a lecture in the classroom, uh, it would be only once, and you cannot make a direct 100% copy and get all the information uh, at a time. So it would be would not this would current one would be in one sense helpful. So we are taking this advantage of digital technology. I wish you safe stay, healthy stay, and I hope you will enjoy this course. Good night.